everyone, it's Keely Mary and welcome to my channel. Tomorrow is actually the first of Ramadan. It is my first Ramadan in Saudi Arabia, in a Muslim country, so I'm really excited about that. I haven't done anything to like really prepare. I haven't really had the chance. If you see my last vlogs, you know that I've been in Saudi Arabia for a little over a week now, maybe 2 weeks. I haven't really done any like prep or anything like that. I'm not gonna go like crazy with it. We're just gonna pick up like some basics, like some basic groceries and things like that. I think we will also look for some decorations to decorate our little apartment that we're staying in. I'm really excited for that. That's what I'm the most excited for. I will, inshallah, show you the haul after that and show you kind of how we're gonna decorate this. So yeah, I'm very excited for that. I'm very excited for Ramadan tomorrow. I feel like it's just gonna be totally different in a Muslim country and I'm just so excited. I don't really know what to expect, but I'm very excited and I can't wait. So today is actually the third day of Ramadan, and I know I was supposed to update when I came back from the store, but honestly I've just been so busy since then. Like when we got back from the store, it was so late, we literally just had to have suhoor and then that was it basically. And the store was really busy, by the way. Like it was crazy. It was like, I think like 2:30 a.m. and the store was just like packed. From what I see, that's kind of like normal here too, which is really cool because in Canada stores close around like 10-11 p.m. Anyways, I haven't even gotten to decorate yet. Like I've just been so busy these last couple days, and today I finally have some time, so I'm going to decorate. I'm going to show you guys all that I got. I only got like a few things really because we're not staying here permanently, and a lot of the stuff I don't think we'll be able to take back. So I'll just show you what we got. First thing I've actually been using already, and it's this like lantern. This one was actually a little bit pricey. It was 40 in Canadian. I believe that's like around 15. I don't know. It looks really pretty at night. I've just been using it at night as like a little light, so it's been really useful. And we also got this like banner. I think it's upside down. It's upside down. We got this banner and I think it's just like really pretty. So we're gonna hang this on the wall, obviously. Then I got this like plaque thing. It's like made of like a weak wood kind of thing. It's just like this plaque. I love the design on it. I think it's really beautiful and it'll look really nice next to that lantern. We also got a tablecloth. I'll show you when I open it up fully because it's just kind of a pain to open it up right now, but yeah, obviously this just goes on the table and it'll make it easier to clean up the table. Hopefully that's kind of the idea, and it'll look nice as well. We also got this big plate just to put like rice on and things like that because the only plates that we have right now are like plastic plates and they like you just throw them away. So we wanted to get something like this that we can just not waste and just, you know, clean and reuse. Now I'm just gonna clean off the table. I'm gonna use this. I'm not sure if this is really for the table, but I'm gonna use it anyways because that's what I have. So. Even though it looked clean, it was slightly dusty. So I'm glad I did that. Now this is the tablecloth. I actually really like it. I think it's about 1 meter. They had a whole bunch of just like tablecloths there, and basically you ask for like however much you want, like 1 meter, 2 meters, whatever, and then they cut it off for you and they price it by the meter. I really like it. I think it's really pretty and it'll look really nice with all the things on it. I'm kind of going for like more of like a red theme, as you can see. So this is what we have on the table. Obviously it's not much, but this is what we're working with here. I don't know, it's just little and it's cute and I don't know, it just makes me happy. It like puts me in a good mood just like looking at it. I love like the light from it, I don't know. And then later when we have food, this will be here. So tonight it is the 4th night of Ramadan, and honestly I'm feeling so sleepy this Ramadan, like more sleepy than I usually feel, and I'm not really sure why, but I've just had no energy all day today and yesterday. We were actually supposed to go out yesterday, but I was just too sleepy, I couldn't do it, so we're gonna go out tonight instead. I'm not exactly sure what we're gonna do. Maybe we'll do some shopping or something, I'm not entirely sure, but I thought this would be a great opportunity to show you guys what it's like here at night and during Ramadan especially. A lot of people go out like during the night is what I noticed. Like usually there's not too many people out during the day. It's usually pretty quiet, and then at night it's like really busy. There's just people everywhere. It's just so lively. I mean, even during the day, it's still pretty lively compared to Canada. In Canada, like, at least where I'm from, it's not that busy. Like, there's not usually that many people out, and maybe it's just because it's cold and nobody wants to go out. But here, it's so lively. People are everywhere. So I thought I would just bring you guys with me, and you can see nighttime here in Saudi Arabia. As you can probably see, traffic was crazy. It actually took a while to get to our destination because everyone else had the same idea to go out, and it's usually pretty lively in Saudi Arabia, but it's especially lively at nights and on weekends. During Ramadan, it's just kind of on a whole other level. When I tell you in Saudi Arabia, there's always something to do. You can basically never get bored. Now, I'm not entirely sure what this place was, but it was basically an area on the beach, and it had just a bunch of coffee shops and restaurants, and it seemed like this is where everyone was. It was stunning, and unfortunately the camera really didn't do it justice. I took so many videos because I just loved how clear the water was, and of course, this little furry guy caught my attention. I know he was probably just fishing for his suhoor, but he just looked like he was having an existential crisis and contemplating all of his life choices by the sea. Honestly, who knows what he was thinking about. As we pulled up to a different area of the beach, we stumbled across some cat drama. I'm not sure exactly what the tea was, but we were honestly really invested in their drama. My husband even tried to break these guys up, but they didn't really want to budge and were intent on a fight. However, in the end, it all seemed to work out, and they managed to kind of resolve things peacefully, and everyone just seemed to go their separate ways, so I guess it worked out in the end. So we decided to come to Khobar, and we're at the beach right now. We're just going for a walk. It's actually so busy. We're in an area now though that isn't so busy, so you can't really see, but it's really busy, and it's midnight already, past midnight. One thing that's so crazy to me here too is that like even kids are out right now. Like they're playing, they're running around, like they were playing soccer. To me it's so different here that people just like will like also bring their kids out late at night and like involve them in everything, and it's just, I don't know, it's really nice to just see kids more involved in like everyday life. Yeah, anyways, here we are at the beach. It's really beautiful, but over here, this is the water. You can't really see it because it's so dark out right now. It's very humid, so it's kind of hard to see out this way. But yeah, we've seen so many cats so far too. They're just everywhere. So far, what I'm seeing, it's a really beautiful city. We went to the mall, but it was getting pretty late, so we decided to pick up suhoor. It's like 2:30 right now, so we just picked up some suhoor, and we were gonna come to this other beach and we were gonna eat because I was really excited to see my favorite cat. It's this beautiful white stray cat, and I love him. We fed him last time we came here, but it's raining out, so we decided we're just gonna sit in the car and eat. This is what we have. We have this here. It's called Arias. I'm butchering the pronunciation, but a juice kind of thing. I'm not really sure what it is, but it's really good. I had it once before. The other one that I had was a little bit more colorful than this, but this one still looks really aesthetically pleasing, and it tastes really good. It's really sweet and like fruity. And this one is my husband's. This one's a little bit more vibrant, but yeah, that's what it looks like. And then I also got a small shawarma as well. So that's our suhoor for the evening. So I didn't update you guys, but me and my husband did go to Mecca and Medina. We did Umrah. That wasn't something that I really wanted to film, so I didn't film the actual Umrah, but I did film the trip there, like on the plane a little bit, and then I think I filmed the clock tower. But then after that, when we actually went into the Haram, that's when I just I stopped filming because that wasn't something I wanted to film. That wasn't something I was planning on filming. I just wanted to do my Umrah, and because that is a very personal thing, I didn't want to waste my Umrah by filming. I think most of my clips that I have are from Medina, so I will show those. I'm just gonna share with you guys from now on our trip to Mecca and Medina, and then we did also go to Jeddah as well. I'm just gonna play the clips for you for the rest of this vlog. The plane ride to Jeddah seemed to be mostly filled with people doing Umrah. We got to Mecca really late. This is just outside of Mecca, the mountains and everything. As we were walking to the Haram, the Fajr Adhan had just been called. We unfortunately didn't make it to praying time in the Haram. Instead, we prayed on the sidewalk with a group of other Muslims, which was really a cool experience. At night, we had some free time, so we just walked around and we also checked out the mall. They had this traditional tent and sitting area on display, which is something that is still used to this day. And then this is the next morning when we were heading out of Mecca and on our way to Medina. So today we're on our way to Medina from Mecca. Yesterday we did our Umrah, so today we're just heading to Medina. Right now I'm just enjoying the view. I've never seen like sandy mountains before. We have mountains in Canada, but nothing like this, so this is pretty new, so I'm just kind of enjoying the view. It's also really hot out today. It's like 32 degrees, so we don't really get this type of weather too often in Canada. Oh, camels. It's also crazy to me that this is considered winter here. I can't even imagine how hot it would get in the summer. Definitely heat that I've never been in before. So yeah, I will update you guys later, and we're just on our way to Medina now. After we got settled into our hotel room in Medina, we went and grabbed some iftar from this Turkish restaurant, and someone was feeding a bunch of stray cats. They were so adorable, and so of course I had to take videos of them, and I just loved them all. They were so cute. Our next stop, of course, was the masjid. As you can see, it was pretty crowded, nowhere near as crowded as Mecca was. Not that I'm complaining about the crowds, it's wonderful to see so many Muslims in Mecca and Medina. It was so crowded that I had to pray outside of the actual masjid, but I did actually go inside and I looked around and it was really beautiful. Now, of course, on our way back, I saw a cat that I fell in love with. You guys are probably getting sick of the cats, but I loved him. I picked up this meal. They called this poutine, but it's not poutine. It has like different sauces on it. Not sure what kind, but it actually tastes pretty good, but it's definitely not poutine. And then we got some chicken burgers here. The place is called Canada Chips. Never heard of this place before. I don't even know if we have this in Canada, but we found this here and we decided to try it in Medina. And now we're just devouring the poutine. Poutine. Quotation marks poutine. So today we're just finishing up in Medina and then we're gonna head to Jeddah. So today for our last sort of half day in Medina, we're actually heading to Uhud Mountain, or Mount Uhud. This is where the second battle in Islam took place. This was the battle that the early Muslims actually lost, and I believe there's also like a graveyard there. I'm not sure, but we're gonna go and check out where this happened. I really love Islamic history, and I'm just really excited to see where this took place. So Google Map took us up here a little bit, but it's a little bit difficult with this car. It's a rental car and we're a little bit worried. We just made a U-turn and we're going back down because we're just a little bit concerned for the car and for our safety. I'm not sure if we're even supposed to be driving up here. I don't see any cars, but I think this is the mountain. We're gonna keep looking maybe. All the pigeons. Of course. Okay, so I figured out that this here is called the Archer's Hill, at least in English. That's the English name for it. And so this is where the archers stood during the Battle of Uhud. So the archers actually ended up abandoning their post, so this is where that happened. And that caused the Muslims to lose that battle. So this is what this hill is. I was a little bit confused at first, but that makes sense. And then I guess over around here, I think all of this is Uhud mountain behind us over here. So that makes sense. I'm glad I got that straightened out. But yeah, I went up top there and it was really interesting. It was a really good view too. I'm really glad I got to go and see where that happened. Also, it's so hot out today. It's like 33 degrees and my Canadian self is having a hard time dealing with it. I'm definitely not used to it. I'm just like, oh, yeah, I gotta get back in the car, back into the air conditioning. But yeah, this was just a short little trip because I cannot handle this kind of heat. Unfortunately, we only had one day in Medina and then we had to drive back to Jeddah for our flight to go back to my husband's family where we would be staying for the remainder of our time in Saudi Arabia. We didn't really do much in Jeddah because we were only staying overnight in order to catch our flight in the morning, so I didn't really film much because I didn't think we would do a whole lot, to be honest. So I will just show you what I captured for my own memories. So we did go to the Jeddah Corniche, which is beach in English, and we decided to check out this masjid, which is basically like a floating masjid is what it's called. It's a really famous masjid. It wasn't open, obviously, so we just kind of walked around outside because it was late at night. We just wanted to look around, and it was honestly really beautiful. It turned out that while we were there, something was happening at the Corniche, and so we decided to go see what it was as we were already there anyways. We found that they had constructed a sort of temporary mini traditional town. It was so cute and it was a great way for me to learn more about my husband's culture. They had plenty of stalls set up with vendors selling a variety of different things, most of which were food and drinks. However, there were also stalls that showed different traditional things. They were just displays of different traditions, which I really enjoyed seeing. I noticed that a lot of activities in Saudi Arabia really highlight their old traditions, and many people really seem to love these aspects of their culture. I can definitely see why. Saudi culture is so beautiful, and I have been so fortunate to be able to experience it during my trip. I am so grateful to be able to not only visit Saudi Arabia, but also to have the opportunity to live with actual Saudis for 2 months and really gain the full experience. Lastly, I would like to conclude this vlog by saying how fortunate I am to have been able to perform Umrah, especially during Ramadan. Just a piece of advice for anybody who's planning to do Umrah is to really just take your time if you're able to, maybe plan out a couple of extra days for Mecca and Medina rather than just one day in each city, just so you can really enjoy yourself and not feel so rushed, and maybe also do a second Umrah if you are able to. Essentially what I'm saying is just to really take advantage of being in Mecca and Medina, use it to your full advantage, and do as much acts of worship as you possibly can fit in.